From Studio 87 in Houston, Texas, it's time once again for the STL Ocarina Podcast. And now, here's your host of the STL Ocarina Podcast, Charles Berman. Hello and welcome once again to the STL Ocarina Podcast for Thursday, July 11th, 2024. I'm your host, Charles Berman, product tester for STL Ocarina, and in this week's podcast, we talk about the upcoming events with the brand. We got a fun fact, you joke du jour, and a lot of fun stuff. And to kick this week's podcast off, we got another exciting segment of Did You Know That? The word ocarina derives from ocarina, which in the Bolognese dialect means little goose. Now you know. It's now time once again for your joke du jour. Which kind of disc-spinning MC only accepts Twilight Time gigs? A dust jockey. Get it? Dust jockey? Come on. Really? Really? And on that note, we'll be back with more of the STL Ocarina Podcast with your Experts Corner with your helpful hint of the week. Don't go away because coming up after this commercial break, we'll be back with your Experts Corner with your helpful hint of the week. Stay tuned, we're right back with more of the STL Ocarina Podcast right after this timeout.
This is the world's largest ocarina. This massive piece is 38 inches long and weighs 28 pounds. The inside is completely hollow. I wonder how many gallons of water it can hold. Take a guess in the comments. This ocarina is made of ceramic and is one of only 2 models in existence. It has 9 tone holes, which are so large that you have to press down on these keys in order to change the pitch. Check that out. To play a note as low as C3, the chamber of the ocarina has to be this large. Pretty cool, huh? Like and follow for all things ocarina.
And welcome back once again to the STL Ocarina Podcast. And now it's time once again for your Experts Corner for your helpful hint of the week. Listen to talented musicians. Ultimately, the music that you carry in your head is what will flow from your instrument. One of the best ways to grow as a musician is by listening to talented musicians that perform the kind of music that you want to play. Of course, it takes time, effort, and money to find, acquire, and listen to good music, but it can make an immense difference in your musicianship. Time and again, I have found new skills showing up in my own playing after listening to skilled musicians do the same. Other times, I have been known to how to approach a tune until hear it artfully performed. And that was your STL Ocarina Podcast Experts Corner with your helpful hint of the week. Don't go away because coming up after this commercial break, it'll be time for your STL Ocarina News. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more of the STL Ocarina Podcast right after this commercial break.
You should learn how to play a musical instrument. Here at STL Ocarina, we believe that music is for anywhere, anytime, and anyone. These are 5 reasons why you should pick up an instrument today. First of all, listening to music, or better yet, playing music, can stimulate your brain and increase its capacity for memory. On top of that, reading sheet music can increase your hand-eye coordination. I mean, think about it. You have to read these little notes on a page, and then your brain converts that information into specific motor patterns, rhythm patterns, sometimes incorporating breathing techniques, all while you're listening to what you're playing to make sure it sounds good. And all of these things have to work in tandem. Playing an instrument can really boost your reading and comprehension skills, especially when you expose yourself to increasingly more difficult pieces of music. And as you learn more difficult pieces of music, you might find that learning an instrument is pretty difficult, but that's okay. That's what makes it a great tool for learning self-discipline. It really takes a lot of discipline to go over the hardest parts again and again to get them just right. And last, and most important to me, and probably a lot of us, is that the more proficient you get with an instrument, the more you can play it the way you want to play it and what you want to play. And that leads to making it a great tool for self-expression. And when the self is expressed, stress levels go down. Who wouldn't love that? So that's why.
Welcome back, and now it's time once again for your STL Ocarina News. It's now time for your convention report. This weekend, our weekend warriors head off to Miami, Florida Florida SuperCon in Miami, Florida from July 12th to the 14th. And if you're in the area and at that convention, come on down to the exhibit hall for this amazing event, and check us out at the exhibit hall for amazing deals on ocarinas and ocarina accessories. Where will you find us at the next at a convention near you? Find out right here, only on the STL Ocarina Podcast. We now go to our music video forecast. We have an 80% chance of a short or a new music video, so stay music video aware by following us on our YouTube channel, by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell for notification of new videos, and follow us on our TikTok page, our Instagram, and many more. Right? And did you know that we have a newsletter? Here's how to subscribe to the STL Ocarina newsletter. And here's a quick demonstration video on how to subscribe to the STL Ocarina newsletter. If you visit the website www.stlocarina.com, you'll scroll all the way down until you see newsletter. Just type in your name and your email address and hit the old submit button to subscribe to the STL. Subscribing to the STL Ocarina newsletter is so easy, even Link could do it. And we have a special coupon code for our viewers here. If you use the coupon code at checkout, Charles, you'll receive a whopping 20% off on all products. Visit our website at www.stlocarina.com. That's website www.stlocarina.com for an amazing coupon code for 20% off on all products. Now it's your STL Ocarina News. Don't go away, because coming up after this commercial break, we'll be back with your Experts Corner. We'll be back with your Hot 8 Bestsellers of the Week. Stay tuned right back for more of the STL Ocarina Podcast right after this commercial break.
Top 5 songs from Ocarina of Time, according to ChatGPT.
and welcome back once again to the STL Ocarina Podcast. And now it's time once again for your Hot 8 Best Sellers of the Week. Coming in hot at number 8 this week, it is our Celestial Ocarina, Lunar in E-flat Major Alto. Explore Moonlight Melodies, the Celestial Ocarina, Lunar in E-flat Major Alto. Number 7 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers Countdown. The Ocean's Whisper, the 12-hole Wooden Tenor Ocarina de la Mer. Number 6 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers Countdown. Descend from the Night Sky with the 12-hole Tenor Ocarina of the Dragon. Number 5 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers Countdown. Number 5 this week goes to Perfect for the Young Zelda fan. This is the 12-hole Plastic Zelda Tenor Ocarina C Major with Legend of Zelda Songbook. Don't go away, because coming up after this last commercial break, we'll be back with the conclusion of your Hot 8 Bestsellers of the Week, plus your words of wisdom. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more of the STL Ocarina Podcast, right after this timeout.
Top 5 songs from Majora's Mask, according to ChatGPT.
And welcome back. And now it's time for the conclusion of your Hot 8 Bestsellers of the Week. What are this week's top 4 bestsellers of the week? Let's find out right now. Number 4 this week goes to on our Hot 8 Bestsellers Countdown. Stay Hydrated with The Element Ocarina, Water in C Major Tenor. Number 3 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers. Number 3 this week goes to Rise from the Ashes with the 12-hole Tenor Ocarina, the Phoenix. Number 2 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers Countdown. One of the best-selling ocarinas of 2023. Breath of the Wilderness, the Ocarina of Your Dreams. The 12-hole Zelda Wooden Tenor Ocarina. And finally at number 1 this week, our number 1 bestseller this week goes to For the true Zelda fans, this is the one. This is a 12-hole Tenor Ocarina with Legend of Zelda Songbook. And that was your Hot 8 Bestsellers of the Week. But before we go, we have some words of wisdom for you. This is not something you should labor over or worry about. Enjoy it. If playing music does nothing else, it should make you happy. And it looks like we're all out of time. Thank you so much for watching the STL Ocarina Podcast. This is Charles Berman, product tester for STL Ocarina. If you like what you saw, please check our website at www.stlocarina.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on all of our major social media pages. Join us next week for more late-breaking news, upcoming events, and much more, right here on the STL Ocarina Podcast. This is Charles Berman, product tester for STL Ocarina, saying so long for the STL Ocarina Podcast. Keep practicing, we'll see you next week. Take care, everyone! For more information about our products, visit our website at www.stlocarina.com.